Blood. Most fish, but not all, are cold-blooded. A prime example of this is the great white shark. It is regionally endothermic, meaning it's partially warm-blooded and can keep its core body, muscles, brain, and eyes warmer than the surrounding water, allowing for more power and faster hunting in diverse ocean temperatures. This heat-retaining ability, a form of warm-bloodedness, helps them be active predators in cooler waters, unlike truly cold-blooded ectothermic fish. For most common fish, this is not the case, as they are ectothermic. No one could say in a general sense that fish are cold-blooded. So one could say in a general sense that fish are cold-blooded. So unlike mammals that maintain a basic body temperature, most fish will take on the surrounding water's temperature at the time. So a fish's blood temperature varies with the water temperature it is in. Lateral line. Fish are more complex than usually considered. The lateral line, for instance, found in many fish species, is a single grooved line running along each side of the fish from head to tail. This lateral line contains various sense organs, which acts as a device or means by which the fish can detect variations in the water pressure around it. This sensory system is what allows fish to swim in schools and not collide with one another when doing so, and may well also work as a form of defensive measures, detecting the change of water pressures around it when being approached by another fish or animal, i.e. a predator. The lateral line of many fish has regular perforations and a shallow canal beneath it that contains sensory cells and nerve endings. With the aid of these cells and nerve endings, the fish knows, even if in complete darkness, the following: the distance to a water's banks, as well as the location of rocks, plants, or other obstacles in its environment, within a certain range. As mentioned above, as well, the proximity of other fish in its schooling or that it is sharing space with. Of course, the surrounding water temperatures, as well as the general rate of flow of the surrounding waters. Fish similarly may register alien vibrations entering the water from external sources such as boat propellers, wakes created by passing boats or ships, even someone walking so their footsteps vibrate through the ground or via the structure on a pier, even someone tapping a pipe or tool on the side of a boat or structure that is in or on the water. It is known that more excitable fish, such as trout, have responded to temperature changes by as much as 0.3 degrees Celsius, which shows the lateral line is extremely sensitive. This here, on the bottom one, you would see the lateral line running across here. While up here, on the salmonoid, you see how the lateral line would run across here and how it parallels in most aspects with the spine. Hearing. Fish also have a hearing sense. However, it differs from that of humans. Fish do need to communicate with each other, not only to spawn, but to migrate and move together in groups or schools in search of food. To assist in its communication, they have developed a type of inner or internal ear. This internal ear has all the usual tubes and liquid-filled spaces that are found in other animals, to even include humans. An animal's inner ear has two functions. This includes all animals. This is mainly to hear and maintain a sense of balance to its surrounding environment. For fish, however, the inner ear of a fish, it is believed, is to serve primarily for the sense of balance or its orientation in its liquid environment. This is considered so because fish have no external ear or ear openings, nor organs that would connect the external environment to its inner ear. Unlike whales and dolphins that do have external openings, these are mammals, but they lack the fleshy outer ear flaps, pinnae, humans have. Their hearing relies more on sound traveling through their jawbone and fat pads to a specialized inner ear, allowing them to hear exceptionally well underwater and in air. Again, remember, whales and dolphins are mammals, not fish. Sight. Fish with the largest eyes usually have the best or greatest vision. The ball shape of the eye and its side position on the head allows for a greater view for both the vertical up and down and horizontal side to side plane of vision. Furthermore, fish lack any form of eyelid, so do not blink. The constant flow of water over the eyes keeps their vision always alert even during dormant times of rest. Bottom feeders such as eels, tench, sheepfish, and carp have small eyes compared to body size, so their vision is not as accurate. They still can see some colors. However, they overcome this disadvantage with a high sense of smell, taste, and a use of barbels, often called whiskers. Fish eyes, as mentioned, are color sensitive, with some male species taking not only specific body shapes, but vivid colorations as well during mating season. Fish have a better color vision than humans, being able for some to see into the ultraviolet light spectrums. Since the intensity of light changes at different water depths, recesses, and in or under foliage, their eyes are always at full absorption of available light capacity. During rest, the eyes are usually set for passive or short-range vision. They do this. Fish can pull their eyes back into their skull sockets to see long range as well, similar to adjusting a manual camera lens or one of the old seafaring telescopes, where they adjust the slide to adjust the focus. So they do this by literally pulling their eyes in or moving them out within their skull sockets. Smell. Fish also have a well-developed sense of smell. Olfactory or smell organs are located between the eyes and the point of the mouth. This in turn can help a fish distinguish between its own species and others. Many fish will release a strong-smelling liquid into the water when hurt, and by doing so, this can warn other fish of possible predators in the area. Some fish can detect objects by smell even when the solution is diluted by as much as 1 part in 233 million. 1 part in 233 million. That's small. This is why care should be taken when handling lures and baits to ensure things such as nicotine from smoking, sunscreen, insect repellents, and other oils or chemicals do not get transferred onto the baits or lures when being handled, as this can cause degradation or destroy a bait or lure's effectiveness by changing its smell. Taste. The sense of taste is also very well developed in fish. Taste organs are located not only in the mouth, and lips, but on the gill bones and barbels or whiskers, and plus the lateral line, which run along both sides of the body. There is a lateral line on each side of the body. In short, lures or baits may not need to be presented directly in front of a fish for it to detect the item, but even to the side where the lateral line will detect the item's presence by a sense of taste or motion in the surrounding water. A lot of people think you need to take and put that lure right in front of that fish, while it can be actually more effective by casting behind the fish and bringing the lure past it, and or letting it drift down past the fish.